Hello and welcome along to Adobe After Effects with your host Robert Smith. In this video we're going to create a scene where we sync some music to some graphics and sync some music to effects. So let's get stuck in this part one. What I've got here, I've got an early funk AIF, which is a music file. I'm going to grab it and just drag it down here onto the new composition icon like that. And I get a comp that's the length of that audio file and the same size as the last comp I made. Okay, now I need something to sync it to. I'm going to grab this picture of a kookaburra I took. Now, a kookaburra is a native bird to Australia, if you're watching this overseas. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to let this kookaburra wink in time to the music. Okay, so let's have a listen to the music. Okay, bit cheesy old 70s disco, only about 25 seconds of it. So let's get stuck in. What I really want to do is zoom in on the eye so we can see what's going on. But to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that layer, the PSD layer, press the letter S for scale, and scale it down to about that big. That's how big he's going to end up, about that big. But while I'm doing this, I want to zoom in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press A for anchor point, like that, or I'll just hold the Y key down and click on the anchor point here and just drag it right onto his eye. So when he scales back down, he'll be in that position, and you'll notice now if I press S for scale here and I scale it up, it'll scale to that eye, which is what I want. Okay, I'm going to put him about there, so the eye's fairly large. And let's get stuck to animating, I should say. Okay, now to see this thing called the waveform associated with this music file, I'm going to press LL twice really quickly, and you'll see this is called a waveform. Now if you don't know anything about this, this is how music is represented in a digital world like this. And what it can show you is the beats, these peaks, the high bits, like that's a beat, and that's a beat, and that's a beat. And if we play it, we can actually see that. Let's have a look. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it's in 4/4 time. This is not a music lesson, but it's pretty easy to see that that's the first beat of the bar, and that's the second beat, and etc. because of these little peaks here. So let's line that up. So what I want to do, the effect I'm going to start with is the liquify effect, which is the best effect ever created, especially in Photoshop. We had so much fun with the liquify filter. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab it and drag it onto the kookaburra like this. And I'm going to line up the first beat of the bar here like this. I might even zoom in a little bit more. No, I don't need to. About there is fine, like that. Okay, so the options I'm looking for, I'm going to put a keyframe here in the distortion mesh, like that. And then I'm going to open my warp tool options to have a look at the size of the brush. That's about the right size. I can always make it bigger here if I wanted to. Okay, so I've got a keyframe for distortion mesh. Now, to actually see that, I need to click on the layer and press the letter U. And there it is there, the first keyframe I made. So what I want to happen is that this kookaburra will wink between the first and the second beat. So to do that, I'm just going to move on along just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to come up here, make sure I'm on this tool here, the pucker. Yeah, I think it's the pucker tool, which is a cute name. And I'm just going to just click and hold like that while it just contracts the eye. Not a very attractive look. Then I'm going to copy this first keyframe, Command C, select it like that. Then I'm going to move along a little bit and paste it, Command V, so his eye opens. So we get this effect like that, which is like a wink, an animated wink, which is great. Now let's see if that's in time with the music. To do that, I'm going to click about here and press the letter N to bring the end of my timeline to there. So let's have a look at that. That's pretty close, but it always seems to me that you should anticipate it just a little bit. So have it just a little bit before the beat, and it seems to be more into... that's better. Okay, so let's give him a wink for every beat in the first bar. I'm just going to select all of those, Command C, and here's the second. There's the second beat there. I'm just going to move it just a fraction before it, like that, and paste it in. And same for the third one here, just a fraction before. And this one here, same thing. Actually, might move that just a fraction to the left like that. Let's have a look at that. RAM preview. Great, the kookaburra is winking along in time. Let's zoom out a little bit. Extend that a little bit. Now, from the second bar, we'll get him to wink all the way along here. So I've still got a copy to the clipboard. I'm just going to paste that in there like that. Go to the next beat of the bar, just a little bit before it. And the same here, just a fraction before it. For the 4 beats of the bar. Again, you can tweak this, go in and tweak each set of these keyframes. But let's have a look at that. Great, the kookaburra's getting down. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit, move along a little bit like this. So I'm going to spend, what I'll do now is rather than have it blinking all the time and get a little bit boring, so I'm going to copy that, go to this first beat of the next bar, Apple V, like that, and paste it. And I'm going to count a bar. So that's beat 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs to go onto this one here. So I'm going to select that and place that in there like that. And I'll move along a little bit and do the same thing again. So that's beat 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the next beat here. So I just move my playback head to there and paste them in again. And again, just a little bit before. And I'm going to bring the end of my timeline to here by pressing the letter N. And let's watch it, what we've got so far. Okay, I just think the one before that was a little bit slow, so I'm going to go back to, that's these ones here. Just grab them, move that to the left just a little bit, and this is what you do. You put them in what you might call a proximate position and then go in and tweak them and watch them over and over. Okay, so let's look at our effect. We've got this. Great, that's exactly the look we're looking for. Now, okay, I'll end this video here and we'll continue in the next video and I'll just add the rest of the keyframes. Okay, see you in the next video.